Hey ladies, I'm gonna let you on a secret. Men are scared too. They're little chickens. If you're waiting for a man to approach you while you're out, he's probably not going to, which you could sympathize with because you would be scared to approach a man too. Totally normal. All you have to do, hey, saw you from over there. I'm Abby. I wanted to come say hi. He'll say, hey, I'm Tim. You'll shake hands. You'll say, how's your day? He'll tell you. He might even ask you about your day. And then you say like, hey, well, it's been great chatting with you. I'm so glad we got to meet. Can I get your number? He'll give you his number. You'll text him. If he texts you back, he's interested. If he's not, he won't text you. That easy. And then you hold power because you had the balls that he didn't have.
If the don't want to be with you no more, don't want to be with you no more. I apologize for being so vulgar. I just needed you guys to open up your ears and listen to me. Now, I work with a lot of men. A lot of men have gone through my coaching program. And I've come to the conclusion that a lot of you guys are just Gee, if your wife, your girl, the woman you in a relationship with, the woman you in a marriage with, don't want to be with you. I don't give a if y'all got kids together. I don't give a if y'all got assets together. I don't give a how long y'all been together. Stop begging for that, dog. Stop pleading and begging for another chance and trying to prove yourself to that woman, because 90% of the time it's too late. She done already made up her mind. She done already made a decision, and she don't want to be with you no more, dog. The more you beg, the more you plead, you just lose your self-worth, your self-dignity, and dog, it's not worth it. So if she don't want to be with you no more, then let her go. If she pull back, you pull back. If she want to walk out the door, you let the go. Let the drown for her life. But no more that begging and pleading and all that salt, dog. It's embarrassing.
All of these systems that have encouraged boys to develop and grow into men are really a thing of the past. Now they've been replaced by television, gaming, automation, passively watching sports, and other quality time activities. Guess what? I hate to break it to you, but it's not possible to divorce boys from a structured growth path towards an esteemed, socially responsible role and an understanding of themselves that develops through this template, and think that boys are just going to turn into wonderfully developed men. We have lost this template for boys becoming men. Having this template is to have a structured guidance about what it means to be an adult man, why you as a boy should want to and aspire to become a man, what's expected of you as a man, and precisely how you as a boy can become one.
A lot of these modern women are thinking and figuring that men are detached. Men don't really engage with us like they used to. Well, you know, for a lot of men, it makes sense to see something and keep walking by. And when you hear a lot of these ladies out here confirm, even though you're saying, no, stop and talk to me. The ladies out here, the modern women online, be loud and wrong. But with the stakes as high as they are today, men can't afford to get it wrong. Not with these modern women. So they just keep on walking. That's the safest choice.
Nora Vincent, the author of Self-Made Man, has by a sister. She was a radical feminist who believed men lived on easy mode and tried to prove it by disguising herself as a man for 2 years. Instead, what she found out is that men actually have it very hard, and wrote a book about her experience. The experience was so bad that she had to stop after 18 months because she was starting to hate women due to how bad the women treated her when she believed she was a man.
Men are suffering. They have different problems than women have, but they don't have it better. They need our sympathy, they need our love. They need each other more than anything else. They need to be together.
Do you think women understand what it's like to be a man?
Not at all. No clue. No idea. I really like being me, and I really like being a woman.
Did you like being a woman before, Ned?
I did, but I like it more now because I think it's more of a privilege.
Why does the manosphere recognize Nora Vincent and men having a harder life, yet we have all of these manosphere coaches telling men to embrace the very same manhood?
Because they're still chasing tail. I mean, that's the simplest answer, what they're telling men. And so we don't just condemn the platforms and the people doing this. They're selling what men want to buy. Men want to buy the idea that if they're more masculine, they'll get more women. It always goes back to the women. So it's an easy sell. Even though the standards and ethics of that kind of masculinity leave men vulnerable to all kinds of problems, family court, false accusations, paternity fraud, you go down the list. That very ethic is what enables all this stuff to happen. but that's still what men want to buy. So there's plenty of guys out there saying, hey man, if you want to buy strychnine, I'll sell it to you.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
You went silent, you went no contact, and this guy ignored you the entire time. Let me tell you what this means. First and foremost, if he did this and he ignored you, you were the one putting in all the effort and all the energy into the relationship, situationship, whatever it may have been. Silence exposes who they actually are and what their intentions actually are. Regardless if he chased you or not, you got an answer, maybe that you weren't looking for, but an answer you probably needed. And the thing about going silent is not to make him chase you, it's to see what his true intentions are with you. One thing you do when you go silent, you don't wait for him to come back. You live your life. And if he does come back, it tells you everything you wanted to know. And if he doesn't, it still tells you a lot. You don't chase after someone that doesn't want you. You remove them from your life, even when it's hard. And if you're a woman going through this transition right now, in my new book, The Power of Silence, it teaches you how to go silent, what it does to a man when you go silent, and how to detach after going silent. Go snag it now.
And you really have to understand that a lot of these men that have checked out, even if they're not approaching, they're seeing signs of stuff that's going on, right? And so if I'm seeing that, I'm like, man, do I really want to be involved in that? Do I really want to have to handle that? And the answer is probably no. Modern women don't realize the way they conduct themselves is not appealing to men. It's not attractive to men. And if you're wondering why men are taking a step back, maybe that's one of the reasons why.
Black women are tired. They're tired of being independent. They're tired of being looked at as the strongest. They're tired of having to take care of the kids by themselves. They're tired of bearing all the weight. Don't believe the hype that you see on all of these social media networks. Black women are tired, and the reason why I know this because I talk and have conversations with a lot of black women. But what a black woman really want, she want to be able to go to the soccer games. She want to not have to be the sole leader and sole provider of her family. She want to support the man who God gave her to be with. She want to be a helpmeet. The thing is, she's been placed in this position where she's had to lead. She's had to step up to the plate and become something that she really didn't want to be in the first place. She want to support her man. She want to nurture her kids. She want to nurture her husband while pursuing things that she's passionate about. That's it. It's that simple. The thing is, she just can't find a suitable leader that she trusts to come in and relieve her of these responsibilities so that she can finally get some rest, because that's what she wants, rest. Look, check this out. Black women.
One of the other things that I noticed in our first conversation that people had commented about that were triggered was that they feel that women are the ones that are almost always seeking out information on how to better their relationships, and they feel men don't do that. What are your thoughts on that? And why? And whatever you think, whether that's true or not, why?
Yes, except and because women seek information about relationships because deep down that's how we survive. And men seek information on producing results because deep down that's how they know they survive. And men will seek information about relationships when what's happening in their relationship or not having a relationship is threatening what it is that they've built or trying to build. It's instinctual.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
personal.
It's not personal, and it's not better. It's neither is better or worse.
I like that answer.
Thank you.
Because it
was a quick answer.
Yeah, no, it is. That was probably the first one. But I love the long answers. They're so insightful. And I think that that answer is not sufficient for a lot of people who think that we're the same, that we're supposed to be the same.
And you know, modern women are upset that a lot of men are ignoring them. If you've ever seen that show, That's So Raven, where it seems like she, you know, just kind of walking around doing whatever she's doing. And in the middle of her doing that, it kind of stops and it goes into a flash and she gets a vision because she's supposed to be a psychic. A lot of men out here are Raven. A lot of men are getting visions. They're walking up to the woman, or, you know, kind of walking through and doing their thing or whatever it is. And it's like, oh, she's pretty. I think I'll go, shh, and our eyes glaze over. And all of a sudden, I see a vision of them being called creeps, getting done wrong, modern women acting crazy. And all of a sudden they jerk out of the vision and be like, I think I'm going to go home.
Have you ever had a man who seemed really, really into it for the first 2 or 3 months, and then around 2 or 3 months he kind of went, oh, I don't know, actually, I might be a commitment phobe after all? In Men Are From Mars, John Gray introduced this concept that I think is really interesting and can explain a lot of that phenomenon. Women are like ovens in terms of our affection, so we'll warm up really slowly, and then annoyingly we tend to stay hot for someone for like months and months after a relationship has even finished. Men are like air fryers of the romantic department. They'll get really hot and heavy like immediately, but then one push of a button, they can go cold. Men aren't faking that excitement that they feel for you at the beginning. They genuinely like you. They fancy the arse off you. They think that you're brilliant. They think you're exciting and everything. But unlike us, who would have thought beforehand, does this person fit into my life? Do we have things in common? Those checklists that we go through before we've even gone on a date, and do those things during that first 2 or 3 months. So when he finds something that you're not really compatible on, he's like, maybe I was a bit hasty. It's irritating. It's going to be up to you next time around to start doing some more pacing. Don't put your life on hold for him. Don't start cancelling plans with your friends just to hang out with him because he seems like really, really smitten and keen. He would see you every minute of the day, but that is going to burn him out. They don't have the endurance. For you, it's going to keep your feet on the ground and you're going to build up a nice relationship together, an even pace, and then you can just later on, when it's all working out really well, I see him all the time, I don't care.
You want to know when an avoidant man is truly emotionally checked out of a relationship? I want you to look for these signs. And most of you might think like, oh, like he's arguing with me, he must be done. Or, oh, he's been silent, like he must be done. Like, no, it's neither of those things. It's when a man is indifferent. A man who's still arguing and frustrated and reactive, I'm not saying that's great, but usually that means that they still care. And sometimes when the man goes silent, that just means they're still emotionally like overwhelmed. They just need a second to regulate themselves and then they come back. If a man is indifferent though, that means they've really taken the time to think about the relationship and they are done. And one thing to really look at is look at the man's agreeableness. So if you ask your man to kind of like do something and they just say, yep, like got it right away, they just want to get it over with. If you are trying to debate with them on a topic and they kind of just like say, yeah, I agree with you, like sure, that means they don't want to get into it. And what's interesting is like at first, this may look like a positive sign, but what's actually happening in this moment is the man being emotionally disengaged. He's officially given up trying to be understood by you. He stopped trying to explain himself. He no longer has the emotional capacity. He knows how you're going to respond to his perspective and he doesn't want to hear it anymore. Another sign that an avoidant man is kind of like checked out, they might physically still be present, but they have just like mentally like disappeared. A man who cares and wants to continue to progress things will remember the tiniest little detail. But if he's forgetting conversations, zoning out when you talk, he is already 1 foot out the door. One of the saddest things is about these people who are kind of like avoidant men, they don't communicate this shift openly while it's happening. Like instead of saying like, I'm unhappy, I feel disconnected, I don't know if I'm emotionally in this, they slowly detach while physically staying present. So you think everything is fine, but in their head, they're already like walking out.
And you know, a lot of these guys, they see you. I mean, you can sit up here and ask, why are men ignoring me? Why don't men approach? But men actually do see you. They're not blind. But a lot of men don't want to sit up here and have to guess if you gonna want me to come over. I don't want to sit up here and guess if I'm gonna get in trouble, or you know, you're gonna say something about me and trash me. And a in some of these situations, modern women have gotten men kicked out of a gym, kicked out of a club. And all the man did was say, hey, what's going on? Oh, he's harassing me. How? I just said, hey, I even offered you a drink.
Here's what the men are saying about why men have lost the art of courtship, coming from guy friends in my life who I chatted with. Number one, men have lost the art of courtship because if they ask you, a female they're interested in, on a date, and you either are busy or you don't really like the plan they made, that's okay. They can swipe on a dating app and go find another female who is going to say yes to their offer. Number two, this is a saying that my grandma used to always say, I know it's outdated, but hear me out. Why would somebody buy the whole cow when they can have the milk for free? I know it's a sensitive topic, bear with me. Your body, your choice, your religion, your choice. But if you are someone looking for a serious relationship, I would advise you to consider this when you're going into that first date. Why would somebody continue to pursue me if I've given them all of me? From a female to a female, before I tell you from the male to you what they said, think about the added level of emotional confusion you just brought to the table when you're just trying to get to know this person and see if they're worth pursuing. Also think about how much harder you just made it for yourself to walk away from that first, second, third, fourth, fifth date if they start showing traits that you don't love. Now for what the males said to you women who are listening, there is an element of attraction to the chase. If you give them the milk on the first date, you have now put yourself in a box of people that didn't need to be chased. And you can put the men in the same box. You can put, this isn't hypocritical over here. You can put them in that same box. But from what the guys have said, you've put yourself in a box of women, of people who didn't need to be pursued all that hard. And sometimes it's attractive to have to pursue.
Men don't go cold out of nowhere. They go cold the moment they realize the woman that they're loving no longer sees them anymore. A man shuts down quietly. No drama, no speech, just a slow, silent retreat. And it starts with the tone you use, the eye rolls, the side comments, the lack of appreciation, the way you talk to him like he's the problem, while forgetting he's the one holding the whole entire house together. He stops opening up because every truth that he shares gets weaponized. He stops giving effort because nothing he does is right anymore. He stops pursuing you because you treat him like a placeholder, not a man that you actually desire. And the woman right around screaming, oh my gosh, he has changed. Where did he go? No, he didn't. He evolved into survival mode because he became exactly what your attitude taught him to become. Men give leadership, love, protection, presence where they feel honored and when they feel admired and wanted. But women who humiliate him, talk down on him, dismiss him, treat him like a burden, she will relationship long before she realizes that she lit the match. You want a strong man? Stop bringing him down. Stop disrespecting him. Stop expecting him to pour into you while you starve the very traits you're demanding from him. Honor him, respect him, and desire him. The moment he stops feeling those three things, he doesn't leave with anger. He leaves with silence, and he'll never come back the same.
A lot of these modern women are still waiting for a man to pursue them, like granddaddy used to do, or like they saw daddy pursue mom. Problem is, it seems to get lost in translation, and for a lot of couples it does, because as you get older in your relationship, you kind of forget some details. Now we have some of the women, they remember the details they want to remember. So they remember, oh, you're supposed to do this for me, and you said this, and this, so they remember what you promised them, but they don't necessarily remember what they promised you. So, all that, aside, mama acted a certain way when dad came up and approached. When dad was pursuing, mama acted a certain way. So dad didn't, in a lot of these situations, dad might have not had to wait 8 months for mom to say, okay, well, I guess I'll give him a chance. I'll text him back. Right. And even in some of those situations where, now there are some situations where I wasn't interested in him. He just kept on bothering me. But even in those situations, wasn't nobody getting the police called on him and a whole bunch of other nonsense. So there was a lot of things that might have been different that they're not telling you that. And nowadays, men, y'all done told men on a whole campaign, no means no. So I'm not going to spend the next 8 months chasing you.
When you start avoiding your woman during conflict as a man, it feel like you keeping peace. But to the woman, you really just triggering abandonment issues or reopening abandonment wounds. When your woman want to sit down with you and have a conversation, it's not always about trying to attack you. Most of the time, she's seeking clarity, reassurance, and emotional safety. See, as her man, when you shut down and walk away during a disagreement or the middle of conflict, creates emotional distance between the two of y'all. Look at it like you at war, right? You in the middle of a war and your go-to supply retreat on you when you come for help. How does that make you feel? How would you feel if the person you depended on disappeared when things got hard? That's how women feel when you withdraw instead of engaging when it's an emotional situation at hand. If you not communicating or showing your woman effort, it make her question the stability of y'all relationship. Once a woman feel like she the only one carrying the relationship or the only person trying to fix it, you begin to feel alone. See, to a man, sometimes silence can mean peace, but to a woman, silence screams you don't care. And over time, that misunderstanding can create a wall. A woman will put up a wall and build a wall around y'all relationship. Don't run from your woman, even if her delivery seem a little aggressive or a little overwhelming. It's only her emotions. So if she pressing for answers or pressing you about a situation, she only looking for clarity. So sometimes when you avoiding the situation, protecting your peace, you can be breaking your woman's. Which one you love more?
You know what starts to quietly damage a marriage? When a wife turns intimacy into a bargaining chip. And I'm not talking about needing space sometimes. I mean the pattern. When you pull back every single time you are frustrated. When affection becomes something he has to earn. When you make him feel like wanting you is an inconvenience. Because when you shut him out physically and emotionally, he's not just being rejected. He starts to feel unwanted in his own home. Like the person he loves most is also the one who withholds the thing that makes him feel the closest to her. And I get it. Maybe you're hurt. Maybe you feel unseen. But punishing your husband with distance never heals the deeper wound. It only teaches him his needs are secondary to yours. Intimacy is not leverage. It is not something he should have to beg for. It is connection. It is reassurance. It is two people choosing each other in the middle of real life. So, if you have been shutting him out, try opening the door back up. Talk. Touch. You do not have to be perfect. You just have to be willing, because love does not win by withholding. Love wins by reaching back toward the person you promised to choose.
You know, a lot of these modern women are continuing to ask for a traditional man. I want a man that's chivalrous. I want a man that is a complete gentleman, right? I can't seem to find that man. Men keep on walking beside me, behind me, past me. They see me struggling. Why are men doing that? I need to get my stuff on the airplane, my bags down. Men just kept on walking past me. Men pass me while I'm trying to get my stroller up on the stairs. What are they doing? Modern women have cried, hollered, kicked, and screamed. I can do it by myself. Get away from me. I don't need no man's help. Get away. And when a man says, okay, you ain't said nothing but a word, I got other things to do. And that man does that. And so now you're upset because a man, I see you need help, but you told me that you were good. When my friends tell me they good, I don't pry. I mind my business. And now you've stepped in the role of one of his friends. They want me to leave him alone. I'm gonna leave him alone. I'm gonna check on him. But I'm going to leave him alone. I'm going to respect his boundary as a man. And now y'all are being treated like men and you don't like it.
You ever notice when a man has a beautiful, gorgeous woman on his arm, suddenly all the other women start paying a lot of attention to him, right? And now he's out there thinking he's turned into some sort of Greek god. And no, she's dating for personality this time. Poor guy's like, damn, everybody's checking me out. I'm so hot. No, sweetie, sit down. They don't want you. I hate to break it to you. They want to compete with her. Because listen, women are natural strategists. When we see a man with a confident, gorgeous woman on his arm, part of us goes like, what's so special about that guy? Is he loaded? Why did she choose him? What is he, right? And that's not attraction. It is curiosity mixed with a little competition. Because half the time, when another woman is flirting with a man, knowing that he's full-blown taken, she's not even really into him. She is just testing that woman. She wants to see if she can take what another woman has, just to prove that she simply could, okay? Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande. Okay. It's not about love or even attraction at all. It's purely about ego. But the problem is that most of these men, they misread that. And then all of a sudden they think that they're so irresistible that they've unlocked some sort of God mode and they can have whatever woman that they want, right? No, honey, she just wanted to hold the trophy somebody else had for validation. Now, here's where guys fumble. They really start believing the hype. They start chasing the illusion of something bigger and better out there, and they end up losing the real woman that they had, the one who actually made them glow up in the first place. So here's a little reminder for the men. When another woman's flirting with you, knowing that you're in a relationship, they're not chasing you, honey. They are challenging her. And the second that you forget that, you're going to lose both of them. So yeah, hot. You're super hot. But she's the reason that that woman noticed you in the first place.
One simple reason why so many men are leaving the dating game. Men have seen behind the curtain. The jig is up. You're either a beggar or a chooser. You're one or the other. Okay, that's your place in the dating market. You're either a backup plan or a plan A, a number one option. Do you get rejected? Do you get left on red? Do you have people canceling plans on you, not wanting to be with you? Do you find yourself chasing and begging? You're a backup plan. People never say no to you. Do women always drop what they're doing to come see you? Do they hit you up asking you if they can come over to your place? Do they always respond back to your text messages? Well, you're a primary option. And obviously, it's not rocket science here. Social media came around and showed us what's really going on. It wasn't in your face before. You didn't see it. Those women, those Plan B women, didn't have to go on Facebook or Instagram and see the jock that's 6'4" that used to give her piggyback rides at the park, before he would knock her socks off, only to have Plan B worship her feet later on. But now she has to roll on Facebook when she's with the guy she's with and see this guy. And he's even taller. He's even more jacked. He's even richer. He's even more handsome. So now she sees what could have been. And men, same thing, right? They all want to hook up with the hot women. The facade of people settling for each other they don't actually want to be with is over with. And the average guy realizes that.
You have a lot of these modern women that are asking men to put forth a lot of effort. 100%, actually 110%, 120%, right? It's not enough to get her flowers, pick her up for the date, take her to a nice restaurant and take her home, walk her up to the door. Hey, I had a nice night. Hopefully I can do this again, or hopefully I can see you again. I like that. And then you guys both go home with butterflies? No. Really only seeing truth. Well, I can't even say that. I was about to say the only person that walks away with any kind of assurance is the lady in that situation. But she's not really even sure because the internet is telling her to have a roster and date multiple men. So even though she likes this guy, she might say, well, let me go see what else is out there. And she does, and she ends up going past a good guy for no reason. I'm thinking about a woman right now. Went on a date, really liked the guy. And she said, well, I have another date lined up. And instead of just calling the guy back and saying, hey, I don't honestly and truly, because I don't want to waste your time and your money, there's a man that I've been seeing and I want to kind of pursue that. So I wanted to be upfront and honest with you and tell you before you take me out on a date and you spend your money and your time on me. And so I'm sorry if that makes you feel some type. Instead of saying that, you let the guy take you out on a date and then start complaining. He's doing this, he's doing that. And then she finally admitted at the end, he really wasn't a bad guy. I just didn't like him. Okay.
If a woman gotta beg you to do the bare minimum, you wasn't trying to keep her, bro. Because you was so comfortable losing that woman. Like, just think about this. If a woman gotta beg you for the bare minimum, that's not love. That's exhaustion waiting to happen. Because when a man truly values a woman, she doesn't have to beg him to care. She doesn't have to beg him to show up. And she sure doesn't have to remind him every day why effort matters. Because the moment she has to continuously beg you, that's when her loyalty starts to depreciate. Her loyalty has no value at that point if she has to beg you. And you know this. This is why you're so bent in watching her beg you. because you can literally see her in real time diminishing in value, in worth. And the bare minimum ain't hard. Like, you already know this. Good women don't ask for much. All they need is consistency, respect, and consideration. That's it. Multiply that with a little bit of effort and you're good to go. And if that feels like too much to give, it's not because she was asking for too much. It's because you were never planning on giving what she truly deserved. Like, when you do nothing at all and you're asking her to just be patient with you, or when you stay silent and you're calling it peace, what you're really doing is avoiding responsibility. But don't worry, over time, she'll stop asking, she'll stop explaining, and she'll stop expecting. And that's not her giving up on the relationship. That's her not giving up on herself. That's her choosing herself when she's with someone who's not even choosing her at all. And when she walks away, it won't even be loud. It'll be calm, because she already mourned the version of you that she thought you'd become and never did.
A good woman is a 10 out of 10 experience, man. So if you have one and you lost them, man, it's your loss. I just feel like they don't need you to be perfect, but they just need you to be present. You know what I mean? And it's like, bro, listen, it's not just you, okay? There are a lot of men right now who are stuck right now trying to solve a root level problem with a surface level solution. You know, and it's like, what's showing up right now in your relationship is not random. It's just your core energy being expressed out into the world. And so for a woman, nothing cuts deeper than loving a man that she can't lean on. It's like the night that she needed you the most, you were just too lost in your own storm and your own problems to notice hers, to even ask her how's her heart doing. And I know life's been crazy, bro. Life be life. But you still plan that dinner date, yeah? And she planned the night to feel cherished. But when you showed up tired, low energy, complaining, she feels disconnected. She's smiling on the outside. She look good, right? But inside, she's saying, I can't even have a dinner date with my man without feeling alone. And then she's thinking, like, if I can't turn to him now, then when can I? And that's when she starts pulling back, not because she stopped loving you, but because her heart no longer feels safe with you. You know? Well, here's the truth. You have the capacity to be what she needs, regardless if you like it or not. But you got to meet her with your presence, even on your hardest days. Not saying be perfect, but be steady. Right? A man who can hold a heart without collapsing under the weight of it, man, that's elite, bro. We're stepping into a new era of love where one demands maturity, a shared vision, alignment, emotional leadership. So you got to decide, will I be the man that she can lean on, or will I watch her stand without me? All I know is stand close is a choice, my brother. Those that want to will. Love, on God.
I have made the decision to opt out of dating for next year and for the foreseeable future, honestly, because I'm just uninterested. I'm unattached. I'm ending this year single with no talking stages, no situationships, no relationship, nothing. Like, it's literally me. And that feels really good because at the beginning of this year, I was in a relationship. We broke up. I was single all summer. I've been single. I'm still single. But I did decide to give a few people a chance and just to like do it for the plot, you know, see where things go, maybe ease into talking to men again. They reminded me exactly why I don't. Now for the foreseeable future, I am opted out of dating. I don't want to go on dates. I don't want to talk to a man in a romantic way at all. I honestly don't even think I want male friends. Like, I don't want to get to know any men. I don't. I even gave guys a chance that are not my typical type. Like many of you have suggested, give someone a chance. It's not your type. Try someone new. Step outside the box. No, I will be sticking with my type if I do decide to date in the future. I just want to hear the story about the one who really gave me the ick. Like, I don't know what he did, but he figured out what every single one of my icks were and like did all of them. And I had to cut him off and block him because he was just, I gave this man a chance. He's like the opposite of everything that I would go for. And this is exactly why I don't go for that.
A lot of these modern women are confused by men minding their business, by men not paying them any attention, you know? And a lot of modern women don't really realize that men have learned that, you know, maybe in a certain setting, I'll say something, right? Maybe. It depends. I got to be feeling real froggy at that day or that day, and I'll leave. But that's going to be few and far between, right? Not necessarily saying I got to get some liquid courage, but few and far between. And that few and far between is what's killing modern women. It's what's confusing them, right? Because they think, well, I'm going out to the bar every Friday night and I have not been approached. I have not been talked to. Men just stare at me. Exactly. Because that few and far between might be, every 10th time I go to the bar, I might say something. And so he don't go to the bar that often. So it might take him 3 years to go to the bar and that 10th time, hey, I like your dress tonight. And that's it. And she didn't go on 2 or 3 years. Well, you can usually get a hey, I think you're cute from a man probably every week if you wanted to. But modern women are thinking that they're supposed to be getting all this attention because I'm a princess. And with the way that y'all been acting, it's not really that way anymore.